What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we are actually going to be switching things up. So instead of looking at a sneaker that just recently came out, we are going to be going to the past, and more specifically for this release, it's been about 6 or 7 years since this sneaker released. But before we even continue, guys, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And guys, something that I do want to mention is the fact that with this, I'm trying to create a new series on the channel, and as of right now, the title of it is the Retrospective. But what I'm trying to do is essentially look at sneakers from the past, or more specifically grails of mine that I want to look back at and just do a review on and give my own thoughts, feelings, and maybe even some stories on them. But with this specific sneaker right here, this is more new to my collection, but it is a big grail of mine, and the reason why I copped it was pretty much the resale price has gone down significantly, and with that down price, I think that it justifies the resale value of it. So paying under $1,000 for this sneaker, and more specifically under $900 for this sneaker, I think that this sneaker is absolutely worth it. And with that being said, guys, the sneaker that is in question is none other than the Nike Air Max 197 Sean Wotherspoon. And guys, I do have to say that this is absolutely one of the most fire sneakers that I've ever seen. Sean Wotherspoon absolutely struck lightning with this sneaker, guys. And I definitely want to hear y'all thoughts on what you think this sneaker is. Do you think it's fire? Do you think it's whack? Or do you think it's overrated? In my opinion, I think this sneaker is perfectly rated for what it is. And I have to say, man, I do wish that Sean Wotherspoon was still under Nike. He's still doing this thing with Adidas, but I want to say that none of them come close to this amazing sneaker right here. Personally, I do rock with the pink Orchetros that he released, and I did do a review on that, so that will be linked on this video right here. But other than that, I haven't been too crazy about the Sean Wotherspoon releases since this Air Max 197. Also, he did do some unreleased sneakers, which was an Air Max 1 with the same corduroy details, as well as alternative versions of this Air Max 197. But with this being out of the way, guys, let's just briefly go over into the box details. And I have to say, guys, they don't make them like this anymore. So what we got right here is Sean Wotherspoon's take on the classic red Nike box right here. So as you can see, we do have that Nike logo in the center, but it does have the corduroy details that are featured on the upper of the sneaker that he released. Then when we go into this side of the box, guys, you can see that we do have multiple different angles of that same corduroy detail. But now we're going on to this side, you can see the sticker tag right there, and it does read off as Air Max 197 VF SW for Sean Wotherspoon. And I actually went with my true to size of a size 8. I did hear some people say that they want to have size down, but personally for me, with the silhouette, shape, and feel of it, I do feel like this is narrow, but it does fit perfectly in true to size. Then when opening this box right here, you can see that we do have some details on the inside of the lid right here, and this pretty much summarizes all the history of the sneaker that there is to talk about. So let me just read it off to y'all. And what it says here is more air and that font detail that shows the corduroy touches. And then the summary of the shoe says, for the 30th anniversary of the Air Max 1, 12 revolutionaries were invited to design the future of Air. The first ever Air Max designed by the community for the community. The winner was Sean Wotherspoon, big W by the way, vintage store owner and lifelong Air Max fan who brought together an Air Max 97 upper and the iconic Air Max 1 midsole and outsole. Like the corduroy Nike hats of the 80s that inspired them, they are made to wear and designed to fray. The more you wear them, the better they get. And I have to say, guys, I've seen a lot of people wear them and cook them, and to me, they actually look great. Some people don't agree with that, but I do love how the sneaker looks the more that it ages. And then, guys, another detail that we have is this Nike font detail right here on the wax tissue paper. And then when we actually open this, we are greeted with some extra laces and some extra details. This isn't the limited one that came with the dust bag, but it does have the extra laces on it, which is pretty nice. So we do have these violet purple laces, these teal blue laces, as well as these white laces right here. And it does have that Nike check patch, which separates itself from the actual patch that comes with the sneaker, which I definitely do prefer, guys. And now I'm focusing onto the details of the sneaker. When we look at the upper of this amazing shoe right here, we are greeted with multiple details of corduroy. We have yellow, we have gray, we have pink, we have teal, we have violet purple, we have this kind of green corduroy, and then on the inside we do have this brown corduroy right here. I think that's brown, I'm pretty sure it is. We have this yellow Nike check right here, which looks absolutely awesome. Then focusing onto the front of this toe box area, you can see that the same upper pretty much follows suit, so there's nothing to report on there. Then when going towards the upper of the shoe, now you can see that we do have these yellow laces right here, and what I love about them, which I never noticed until I got them in hand, is the fact that the lace tips are actually different. So we do have a silver lace tip right here and a gold one, which I think looks absolutely fire on this shoe. And then when looking at the patch of the shoe right here, you can see that we do have this beautiful wave detail, which looks absolutely amazing, man. I really love this shoe, and I'm just so happy to be having this, especially for the price that I paid. Now, when we actually remove this patch right here, you can see on the inside, we do have that Nike check, which does match the extra pair of patches that come with this white lace right here. Then when going on to the lateral side of the shoe, guys, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a multicolor upper of different type of corduroy details, which looks absolutely awesome. But another detail that I want to mention is this embroidered Nike check detail right here, and that kind of teal blue detail, which is pretty nice. Then when going on to the back heel area of the shoe now, guys, you can see that we do have this VA to LA detail. And essentially, Sean Wotherspoon was born in Virginia, then moved to LA, then opened his round 2 store back in Virginia, which is a pretty nice detail and kind of full circle moment. That's essentially what this detail in the back heel area is shown, is that his roots are in both Virginia and in LA. Then going on to the medial side of the shoe, guys, the same thing pretty much follows suit as the lateral side, so there's nothing to report on there. Then finally, guys, when focusing onto the midsole of the sneaker, you can see that we do have this beautiful Air Max 1 midsole, and then we do have that exposed air bubble right there. You're probably not going to be able to see my hand, but I can see my hand through the bubble, which is a pretty nice touch. Then when going on to the outsole of the shoe now, you can see that we do have that beautiful Air Max 1 traction pattern, and I just love how out of the box this sneaker was. Yes, in 2024, we can say that this was so obvious, but who would have thought an Air Max 97, classic silhouette, multiple different classic colorways, would fit on an Air Max 1 midsole. This looks absolutely awesome. So I do really have to say a big shout out to Sean Wotherspoon, because you created a masterpiece with this. And one more thing that I want to mention, guys, before we conclude this review, is the fact that we do have this nice, beautiful insole right here. So we do have it in this teal color right here, and I do believe that this is a velour material, which is a pretty nice touch. And then we do have this embroidered beautiful detail right here in orange, which is that have a Nike day smiley face. So it's a play on have a nice day. It's saying have a Nike day, and that's why you have the Nike check for the smile. It's definitely a pretty nice touch, and I just love all of the details that are on the sneaker, and I am so happy to be wearing it in my collection. Again, guys, I will be switching it up for this video, so instead of just doing an on foot look, I'm gonna do like a whole outfit kind of type of look with the on foot on top of it. So with all of this being out of the way, guys, let's just get right into it. All right. So that's going to conclude the review as well as the on-foot look of the Sean Wotherspoon retrospective. Guys, definitely let me know what you think about the sneakers as well as the format. Are you guys a fan of this retrospective format? Definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And other than that, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family and all that. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.